Gentlemen, what if I told you there's one simple communication technique that can transform a boring, forgettable conversation with a woman into something electric, something she can't stop thinking about hours later? I'm talking about a skill that works whether you're 25 or 65, whether you've been married for 30 years, or you're just starting to date again after a divorce. Today, I want to share something powerful with you, a technique that creates attraction in women almost instantly. I'm Dr. Lila Romano, a board-certified urologist, and I've been practicing for over a decade, helping men reclaim not just their physical vitality, but their confidence with women. And what I'm about to share with you today has nothing to do with expensive cologne, fancy clothes, or pickup artist tricks. This is about understanding female psychology at a deeper level. Stay with me until the end, because I'm going to give you specific examples of teasing lines you can use in different situations. And more importantly, I'll show you exactly how to deliver them so they actually work. But first, let me tell you what I see every single day in my practice. Men over 50 come to me concerned about testosterone. They're worried about erectile function. They want to talk about physical performance. And yes, those things absolutely matter. I address all of them. But you know what I hear even more often? Dr. Romano, I don't know how to talk to women anymore. I feel invisible when I try to start a conversation. She just sees me as a nice guy, never anything more. My wife and I have lost that spark. We're more like roommates now. Gentlemen, let me tell you something with absolute certainty. I've worked with thousands of men over the years, and here's what I know. Most men have no idea how to create attraction through conversation. They think being nice, being complimentary, being agreeable is the path to a woman's heart. They think that if they just show enough interest, answer all her questions politely, and never challenge her, she'll eventually see them as more than a friend. But here's the truth that no one wants to tell you. That approach almost never works. In fact, it does the complete opposite. It puts you directly into the friend zone, and once you're there, it's incredibly difficult to get out. Why? Because you've already taught her how to see you. You've presented yourself as safe, predictable, non-threatening. And while those qualities are absolutely wonderful in a friend, they don't create the kind of tension, excitement, and attraction that leads to romance and intimacy. Here's what most men don't understand. Attraction isn't logical. It's not about being the nicest guy or the most helpful guy. Attraction is emotional. It's about creating a feeling. And the fastest way to create that feeling is through something simple yet incredibly powerful. Playful teasing. Now, before you think this sounds juvenile or silly, stay with me. Because what I'm about to explain to you is backed by psychology, by neuroscience, and by real-world results I've seen in my own patients. The secret weapon that all women absolutely love when done right is good teasing. Whether she's 25 or 55, every woman I know loves to be teased. It's the ultimate form of flirting, and it guarantees a woman feels you the way you want her to feel you. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical. You might be thinking, Dr. Romano, I'm a grown man. I'm not going to stand here and tease women like I'm in high school. But here's the thing. This isn't high school teasing. This isn't being mean or crude or disrespectful. This is strategic, playful communication that creates attraction instantly. And make sure you're watching closely, because I'm going to give you specific examples of teasing lines you can use in different situations. More importantly, I'll show you how to deliver them so they actually work. Before that, let's talk about why teasing is such a powerful tool with women. Let me break down the psychology and even the neuroscience of what's happening here. First, teasing shows women that you are not intimidated by them. When you can playfully challenge a woman instead of agreeing with everything she says, you're demonstrating confidence. You're showing that you're not trying to win her approval. You're not seeking validation. And that confidence is incredibly attractive. Think about it this way. If you're constantly seeking validation from her, constantly trying to impress her, constantly worried about saying the wrong thing, what does that communicate? It tells her that you view her as higher value than yourself. And I hate to break it to you, but no woman wants to feel like she's dating someone who sees himself as less valuable than her. Second, teasing creates emotional arousal. And I'm not just talking about sexual arousal, though that's part of it. I'm talking about getting her out of her logical brain and into her emotional brain. When you tease a woman playfully, you're creating a tiny bit of tension, a tiny bit of uncertainty. Her brain lights up. Wait, did he just say that to me? Is he serious? Is he joking? That momentary confusion and heightened awareness? That's an attraction being born right there. There's actually neuroscience behind this. When you create that playful tension through teasing, you're triggering a release of dopamine in her brain. Dopamine is the same neurotransmitter associated with pleasure, reward, and excitement. It's the same chemical rush she gets from anything thrilling or fun. You're literally making her brain associate you with excitement and pleasure. Third, teasing differentiates you from every other man. Most guys fall into one of two categories when talking to attractive women. They're either overly nice and complimentary, trying to win favor through agreeableness, or they're crude, aggressive, and disrespectful, thinking that being alpha means being a jerk. Teasing sits in that sweet spot right in the middle. You're showing interest, but you're not falling all over yourself to impress her. You're being playful, but you're not being mean. You're creating attraction while also showing that you're a fundamentally good guy who knows how to have fun. And here's the most important part that men miss. Teasing tells a woman how she should view you within the first few minutes of your interaction. It tells her whether she should see you as just a friend or as something more. If you show women a complimentary nice guy who acts all friendly and agreeable, that's exactly how she's going to see you. As a friend, maybe a confidant, but not a romantic option. But if you show her a man who can playfully tease her, challenge her, and ignite a level of excitement within her, she'll see you as someone fun, confident, and attractive. And gentlemen, she'll be ready to play accordingly. I've seen this play out hundreds of times in my practice. A man came to me frustrated that women never seem interested. We work on his confidence, his health, his testosterone levels. But then we also work on how he communicates. And when he starts incorporating playful teasing into his conversations, everything changes. Suddenly women are responding differently. They're smiling more. They're leaning in. They're initiating contact. That's the power of this technique. Now, before I give you specific teasing lines you can use, we absolutely need to talk about delivery. Because if your delivery is off, if your tone isn't right, the tease doesn't land the way you want it to. In fact, it can actually backfire and make things awkward or uncomfortable. So let me give you the basic rules of good teasing delivery. Here are the rules. When you're teasing a woman, don't let it come from a place of resentment or you seeking validation from her. Instead, think of it like you're doing it for your own entertainment. You're having fun. You're being playful. It's light and easy, not heavy and loaded with hidden agendas. Nothing harsh either. Think of it like you're teasing your little sister. You're not trying to hurt her. You're not being cruel. You're just being playful in a way that creates a fun, lighthearted dynamic. There's affection underneath it. Here's another thing. You never want to tease her too much because it could come off as uncalibrated or that you're just there to poke fun at her. Everything has to be balanced. Teasing is meant to pave the way for flirting and connection. It's not the main attraction. It's the appetizer, not the entire meal. Too much too often is no good. So, what does good delivery actually look like? Let me break this down for you. Your tone should be light and playful, not harsh or sarcastic. There should be a hint of a smile in your voice. You're amused, not annoyed. You're enjoying yourself, and that enjoyment should come through in your voice. Your facial expression matters tremendously. Delivery for any teasing line you say should be accompanied by a good smirk, direct eye contact with a bit of a twinkle in your eyes. And that twinkle happens naturally when you're being playful with someone without ill intent. It signals that you're joking, that you're having fun, that there's no malice behind your words. Your body language should be open and relaxed. Shoulders back, not hunched forward. Arms uncrossed. Facing her. You're comfortable and confident in your own skin. And most importantly, your intention should be kind and playful. You're not trying to hurt her or belittle her. You're trying to create a fun, flirty energy that makes both of you feel good. When all of those elements come together, your smirk, your eye contact, your open body language, your kind, playful intention, that's when teasing creates powerful attraction. When any of them is missing, it falls flat. Or worse, it backfires and you come across as mean or insecure. So now that you understand the psychology behind teasing and how to deliver it properly, let me give you some specific lines you can actually use. First, setting the tone. Teasing lines that you can use early in the interaction. Most guys wait too long to begin teasing a woman. They have an entire pleasant conversation, and only at the end do they try to shift into flirting. But by then, the dynamic is already set as friendly, and it's much harder to change. I like some good teasing right out of the gate. It shows a lot in those first moments. It demonstrates confidence. It sets the tone that this isn't going to be another boring, predictable conversation. Ideally, you want to get in at least one or two of these lines before you move on to normal conversation. Here are some examples. You and I are not going to get along. Say this with a smirk after she says something opinionated or sassy. It's playful and immediately creates a fun, challenging dynamic. Oh, so you're one of those. This works perfectly after she reveals something about herself. It implies she's a type, and it'll make her immediately curious about what you mean. She'll usually ask one of what. And then you can playfully elaborate or just smile and change the subject. Don't say anything. You're cute. You're totally going to mess it up. This one is bold. It's funny because you're complimenting her and teasing her at the exact same time. It's a push-pull dynamic that creates instant intrigue. You don't have to be nervous. It's cute. This is fantastic if she seems a little shy or hesitant. You're flipping the script and playfully suggesting that she's the one who's attracted and nervous, not you. Remember, the only purpose of these lines is to set the tone of the interaction. That you're having fun, that you're being playful, and that you've got confidence. And you've got to own it when you say it. No backing down if she doesn't get it right away. Just hold the smirk and let her catch up to your energy. Now, the next category is teasing lines are my favorite kind of teasing lines, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. These lines are meant to be delivered as it becomes clear that you're hitting on her or showing interest. By reversing the roles and playfully suggesting that she's the one pursuing you, you can take what might be an awkward situation and make it fun and comfortable for everybody involved. Here are some examples. Did you just come over here to flirt with me? Say this when she approaches you or starts engaging more actively in the conversation. It's funny because you both know you're the one who's interested, but by flipping it, you create a playful, flirty dynamic. Tell me what else you like about me. Use this after she compliments you or says something nice. You're playfully being cocky and asking her to continue complimenting you. It's over the top enough that it's clearly a joke, but it creates that fun energy. You're falling in love with me right now, aren't you? This is bold and should absolutely be said with a huge smirk on your face. The exaggeration is what makes it funny and light. No woman is going to think you're serious when you say this, which is exactly why it works. Stop undressing me with your eyes. It's making me very uncomfortable. This one is hilarious if delivered with the right playful tone. Obviously, she's not doing that, which is exactly what makes it funny. You're creating a playful sexual tension without being crude or disrespectful. I can tell your trouble. I like it. This works perfectly when she says something sassy or challenging. You're acknowledging her energy and matching it, which creates instant chemistry. These are fun because they playfully acknowledge the attraction without being too serious or intense. You're creating sexual tension in a fun, non-threatening way. And here's why I love this category so much. It allows you to address the elephant in the room, the fact that you're attracted to her and trying to create something romantic without making it awkward or heavy. You're making it light, fun, and easy for both of you. But as powerful as teasing is, let me tell you the mistakes I see men make when they try to tease women. Because getting this wrong can actually be worse than not teasing at all. Mistake number 1. Teasing something she's genuinely insecure about. Never, and I mean never, tease about weight, age, intelligence, or anything that could be a real insecurity for her. Stick to light, superficial things. Safe topics. Things that don't cut deep. Mistake number 2. Not smiling when you deliver the tease. If you say something teasing with a completely serious face, it sounds mean, not playful. The smile is what signals you're joking. The twinkle in your eye is what makes it flirtatious rather than insulting. Mistake number 3. Apologizing or backing down immediately. If she gives you a little pushback on your tease, don't immediately say, "I'm just kidding," or "sorry." Hold your frame. Smirk and say something like, "Oh, you can't handle a little teasing?" Maintain that playful energy. Mistake number 4. Teasing too early or too hard before you have any rapport. If you just met her 30 seconds ago, don't go straight to advanced level teasing. Build a little bit of connection first. Let her warm up to you before you start pushing boundaries. Mistake number 5. Using teasing as a substitute for genuine interest. You still need to ask her real questions. You still need to listen to her answers and show that you actually care about who she is as a person. Teasing creates attraction, but connection requires more depth than that. And mistake number 6. Teasing and then not balancing it with genuine compliments. After you tease her a few times, eventually you need to show that you genuinely like her. The ratio should be about 70% genuine conversation and 30% teasing, not the other way around. Get these things right, and teasing becomes a powerful tool in your communication arsenal. Get them wrong, and you'll come across as either mean-spirited or try-hard, neither of which is attractive. So here's what I want you to do. Try this approach the next time you're talking to a woman. Pay close attention to how she responds. When you get it right, you'll see her eyes light up. You'll see that genuine smile spread across her face. You'll feel the conversation shift from friendly and polite to flirty and exciting. Drop a comment below and tell me your experience. I read every single comment, and I absolutely love hearing your success stories. I am Dr. Lila Romano, and I'll see you in the next video.